Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my next reading session. Today I'm reading the third part of The Headhunter, so let's begin. Chloe gave no sign of bestowing her blithe affections upon either of us, but one day she laid out to me an inkling of what she preferred in a man. It was tremendously interesting to me, but not illuminating, as saw its application. I had been tormenting her for the dozenth time with the statement and catalogue of my sentiments towards her. Tommy, said she, I don't want a man to show his love for me by leading an army against another country and blowing people off the earth with cannons. If you mean that the opposite way, I answered, as they say women do. I'll see what I can do. The papers are full of this diplomatic row in Russia. My people know some big people in Washington who are right next to the army people, and I could get an artillery commission and... I'm not that way, interrupted Chloe. I mean what I say. It isn't the big things that are done in the world, Tommy, that count with the woman. When the knights were riding abroad in their armor to slay dragons, my stay-at-home page won a lonesome lady's hand by being on the spot to pick up her glove and be quick with her cloak when the wind blew. The man I'm to like best, whoever he shall be, must show his love in little ways. He must never forget, after hearing it once, that I do not like to have anyone walk at my left side, that I detest bright-colored neckties, that I prefer to sit with my back to a light, that I like candied violets, that I must not be talked to when I'm looking at at the moonlight shining on water, and that I very often long for dates stuffed with English walnuts. Frivolity, I said, with a frown. Any well-trained servant would be equal to such details, and he must remember, went on Chloe, to remind me of what I want when I do not know myself what I want. You're rising in the scale, I said. What you seem to need is a first-class clairvoyant. No idea. And if I say that I'm dying to hear a Beethoven sonata and stamp my foot with when I say it, he must know by that what my soul craves is salted almonds. And he will have them ready in his pocket. Now, said I, I'm at a loss. I don't know whether you soul's affinity affinity is to be an impresario, or a fancy grocer. Chloe turned her pearly smile upon me. Take less than half of what I said as a jest, she went on, and I don't think too lightly of the little things, boy. Be a piloting if you must, but don't let it show on you. Most women are only very big children, and most men are only very little ones. Please us, don't try to overpower us. When we want a hero, we can make one out of even a plain grocer. The third time, he catches our handkerchief before it falls to the ground. That evening, I was taken down with pernicious fever. That is a kind of coast fever, with improvements and high-grade geared attachments. Your temperature goes up among the threes and fours, and remains there, laughing scornfully. And feverishly at the cinchona trees and the coal tar derivatives. Pernicious fever is a case for a simple mathematican instead of a doctor. It is merely this formula: vitality plus desire to life minus the duration of the fever equals the result. I took to my bed in two-roomed, thatched hut, where I had been comfortably established, and sent for a gallon of rum. That was not for myself. Drunk Stamford was the best doctor between the Andes and the Pacific. He came, sat in my bedside, and drank himself into condition. My boy, said he, my lily white and reformed Romeo medicine will do you no good. But I'll give you my quinine, which being bitter will arouse you hatred and anger. Two stimulants that will add 10% to your chances. You're as strong as a caribou calf. And you will get well if the fever doesn't get in a knockout blow when you're off your guard. For 2 weeks, I lay on my back, feeling like a Hindi widow on a burning cat. Old Altaska, an untrained Indian nurse, sat near the door like a petrified statue of what's the use, attending to her duties, which were mainly to see that time went by without sleep in a cog. Sometimes I would fancy myself back in the Philippines, or, at worst times, sliding off the horsehair sofa in Sleepy Town. One afternoon, I ordered a Tasca to Vamos and got up with dressed carefully. I took my temperature, which I was pleased to find 104. I paid almost dainty attention to my dress, choosing salaciously a necktie of a dull and hue. Subdyed hue. The mirror showed that I looked little the worse from my illness. The fever gave brightness to my eyes and color to my face. And while I looked at my reflection, my color went and came again, as I thought of Chloe Greene and the millions of eons that had passed since I'd seen her, and of Louis Devoe and the time he had gained to me. I went straight to her house. I seemed to float rather than walk. I hardly felt the ground under my feet. I thought, pernicious fever must be a great boon to make us feel so strong. I found Chloe and Louis Devoe sitting under the awning, 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 in front of the house. She jumped up and met me with a double handshake. Alright, guys, let's figure out what's happened next tomorrow. See you. Thank you. Bye.